Houston, complete with conference on 3.
Copy that. Thanks. Good evening, Butch. Good evening, everybody on board. And before we start, Butch, just got a question for you. Did you have time to complete the FFL door install or not? Just a quick tag up.
No, I did not do that because I talked to Pod earlier and asked him if there was a reason that we could just leave it uninstalled, and I was going to ask that question at DPC, but you got ahead of me.
Good. Okay, well, you can actually abort that activity, so forget about it for today. Thanks.
Hey, outstanding. Great minds, right?
Indeed, indeed. All right, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, so the plan is on board. There's no deltas. Samantha, just want to let you know we got great feedback from Italy about your PO event, so thanks for your good work representing us to the world.
Yeah, we're proud of her.
I just want to give you guys a status of today's SSC service pack deploy. So we're done with the SSC server and all your crew assigned SSCs. Just want to ask you to remain hands-off all other SSCs overnight so we can finish the service pack deploy for them. And that also applies to VC. That will remain unavailable until tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we understood that. Do you know what time? I mean, you said be hands off all SSCs. What time will you start that?
Yeah, right about sometime beginning of your pre-sleep time, we should be starting. But we can do that if you have a...
Okay, we'll be hands off everything, say 20 minutes after DPC ends, and then we'll just use our personal computers in our crew quarters.
Okay, we'll make sure we give you 20 minutes of runway after DPC. Next, you guys.
Okay, thanks.
Next time you guys use your SSC clients, you should refresh the crew homepage, and you can see the new updated homepage after today's service pack. If that doesn't work, if you don't see a new look, you may need to clear out any temporary internet files, and I have a procedure for you if you need to do that.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's in the POC 2.2.302, clearing Internet Explorer temp files, if you don't see a refresh.
Okay, copy.
But moving on to another subject. So early on today, Samantha, you were reporting a slow SSC 13. We got some follow-on questions for that. We could tackle that right now or later on or with the daily summary, as you guys please.
I'll call you back right after the DPC here.
Good plan. All right. Terry heads up about the issue with the D4 camera you reported this morning. PhotoTV said you should have an email from PhotoTV with follow-on questions about that.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Thank you.
Very good. Well, that's all we, Houston, had for you. Do you guys have any questions for us?
Negative. Thank you all.
Then I'm going to hand you over to Kayla in Huntsville.
All right. Good evening, Huntsville. Go ahead.
Good evening from Huntsville. And Butch, we did copy your comment to Houston. We do want you to remove that ban tonight for Fruit Fly, and we're working on leaving it deployed, but we'll get back with you on a forward plan.
Okay, we'll go hands off and do nothing right now then.
But we do want the doors put back. We do want the doors installed.
Okay, then I misunderstood. I thought he said abort that task, which was to install the doors, so I'm confused.
Yes, Bush, we do want the fan removed and the doors installed. All right, and then just one more thing. We wanted to give you guys a heads up that there's an early morning CEO target at 6:25 over Ethiopia, and that's all we have for you today. Did you guys have anything else for us?
Nope, we have nothing else. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'll be handing you over to Munich.
Oberpfaffenhofen, good evening.
Good evening, station, and good evening to everybody. So we have 3 topics for you tonight. As you may suspect, one of them is airway monitoring, and we will keep it for the end because it's the best. So for Samantha, first, if you can remove the WiseNet USB jump drive from SSC11 and insert it back to MacVector J4 USB again, that would be great so that we are able to restart WiseNet with a revised software. So that would be good. And we have another thing for any USOS. So any of you, we have seen on the picture that we suspect there is a piece of gray tape on the EPM fireport. So it's Columbus Aft 3 Hotel 2. And if you can have a look and let us know if it's truly stuck on the fireport, and if it's the case, if you can remove this gray tape of the fireport. Okay, thanks. And the last item is, as I said before, it's airway monitoring. So for you, Samantha and Terry, of course, we really appreciate your patience and effort for all the activities today and also all the other days. And what you did today, you performed extremely well, and for the respiratory measurements. And despite all the hiccups and the worrisome timeline for all you guys and all station partners, we got 100% science done for you, Samantha, and 50%, so 50 for Terry. So big thumbs up, and especially for you, Samantha, for the troubleshooting. So now we are working on the plan with the next 24 hours, and where we would ideally, on Saturday, complete the science measurements for you, Terry, supported by you, Samantha. And Samantha, you will then finally store the equipment until the ALOC sessions. So of course, this is all about an hour for Terry and 2 for you, Sam, to help Terry and restore. So for that, of course, we will ask your concurrence, and you can give us anytime feedback about that plan.
Okay, copy all.
And that's all we have from Munich, unless you have questions.
No, Lionel, we have no questions. Y'all have a great evening.
Hey, Station on 1, this is Houston. We have a go back before we move on with the Moscow part.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Houston.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that. So you guys were asking for an update about this RPC that tripped for the lab MTL vent valve. So I can give you a status. Yes, sorry.
That'd be great.
Yeah, so we did the troubleshooting. It looks like it was in a hybrid fit failure, and we reclosed it, and it's still holding, so that's good. It's still a bit suspect. So what we did is we suppressed the warning associated with that RPCM trip. One implication of that is, should any other RPC trip, in principle, you would not get the tone. However, you'd get other cautions related to the equipment. But what saves us is that at the moment, none of the other equipment on that RPCM is currently used.
Well, that sounds good. That sounds like a good plan.
And we got also a go back from Huntsville.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Huntsville.
Hey, Butch, we have some late-breaking great news. You can go ahead and leave the fan deployed and the doors off for fruit fly.
Okay, we're back off. Back off. Got it. No problem.
Thanks, Butch.
All right, and who's next? Cuba, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody from Tsukuba, and we have no to call this evening, DPC. Have a good rest of the day. Do you have anything for us?
We will do the same. Hey, just wanted to say hello to y'all. So y'all have a great evening as well. Actually, morning there. So I guess we're off to Moscow. Dobry вечер, Moskva. Sasha, тебе.
Sasha, over to you. Thank you, Butch. Moscow, good evening. How do you read us on Space to Ground 1 before we go on to our portion of the evening DPC? Good evening, station and the entire crew, and we're reading you well and ready to copy. The pressure on station 760.0, 760.0. Breathe temperature is 42. That is 42 degrees. All systems are nominal. No issues to report. The crew is doing well. All Form 24 activities were performed nominally. Also for Anton, 30 extra minutes of time for econ experiment on the task list. And for Elena, 1 hour of overtime to help me route the cables for ViralLab experiment. Other than that, nothing else to report. Excellent. Then let's go over the list of radiograms you have on board, and then we'll verify Form 14. Okay. Today on board, we have radiogram 7782, 7784, Form 23 for the 23rd, Form 24 for the 23rd, Form 24 for the... Never mind.
So that's when
7780, 7781, 7783, Form 14 for the 23rd, Form 23 for the 23rd, and Form 24 for the 25th.
So just for specifics,
that's it.
When you say transferring images, was that from camera?
Excellent, Sasha. That matches our list. Except, Sasha, I'd like you to draw your attention to the fact that you have 2 Forms 23 on board for tomorrow. You need to use 77, 78, and you updated the latest and freshest Form 23. Copy that. Thank you, Tatiana. Would you like to verify Form 23/14 next? Yes, and the radio number is very pretty, so let's go into that right now. All right, radiogram 777747. Reading down ESCA the TIG times from Form 14 for verification.
Yes, I see what you mean. That's true. Okay. All right, Butch.
Like I said, I've used it this afternoon, later this afternoon, and it seems to be okay this afternoon.
Understand. Okay, so we'll mull this over. Thanks for taking the time to give us a bit more to chew on. Thanks.
22,
And that's the end of the radiogram. Excellent, Alexander. And we'll consider that radiogram verified and concurred on. And we have a couple of questions for you. I wanted to ask Elena specifically regarding Otklik payload. Elena responded as the name of the Otklik or response experiment.
Terry and I concur with the airway monitoring and recovery plan.
Copy. And also I wanted you to check RSS-2 status.
That's very good news. And
it seems to be working. It's not frozen or anything. All right, well, that was short and sweet. I have nothing else for you. Do you have anything for Moscow this evening? Yeah, I wanted to add, we changed out ADVU late last night, and the newly installed ADVU is 1112. Copy 1112. And that's it for us. We can close out the evening DPC. I can only wish the entire flight control team a good evening and a quiet night. Thank you for your help and support. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys, for a job well done once again. Great day. And we'll see you later. Moscow out.